It is time for the Norwegian word of the day.
Yippee!
Today's word is not going to be a word at all, actually. It's just going to be a Norwegian thing that I wonder what it is, actually. It seems to be that we Norwegian have something strange that we tend to do. And as far as I've understood, it doesn't seem to be that common in other countries. So I'm going to share this now. And if you listen and you live in a different country than Norway and you think to yourself that we do the same, then please let me know. Because, I'll tell the story. I spent a lot of time in Turkey. And I had good friends in Turkey, and there's different cultures, and when you have different cultures, you get to understand what is your own culture. And so this friend of mine, we were talking quite often, and we had a common friend that was called, well, let's call him Bob, just for simplicity's case. So my friend, he came to me and he said, Bob, he does this strange thing when he's talking. And he tried to do the same thing, but I didn't understand what he was doing. It was like he did something. And I was thinking, well, Bob is an elderly man and he's shivering a little bit when he's talking, and, it's probably just that. And, but my friend, he didn't stop wondering about this because he'd never heard anything like this, and he'd been talking to people from all over Europe, and he'd been living in England, and he never heard this, and what was it? And then one day he came to me and he said that he'd met Bob's girlfriend and she did the same thing. And I was like, what are you talking about? This is not, I don't know. I was just shrugging it off, and his Bob's girlfriend, she was much younger. She was not shivering in the voice, and well, I thought perhaps this was a thing that they had as a couple. And so I continued talking to my friend, and then suddenly he said to me, "Now you did it!" And he had these big eyes, and pointing at me, and I was like, "Did what? I'm just talking normal." And I had no idea what he was talking about. But then he showed me, and I understood. And here's what it is. Sometimes we speak in Norwegian not only when we breathe out, but we also speak when we breathe in. And we can do that to make a statement. It's like saying, "oh gosh," at the same time as saying, for example, yes or no. Or to underline it, to say that, wow, I'm so proud of this. And so instead of saying yes or no, we may say yes or no. Like we're breathing in and saying the word. And if you're doing the same, I'd like to hear. Because it is a funny thing. And I mean, Norwegians are not even that talkative. So we may... there's a typical thing from the old generation that they would sit on a bench, two guys, and one would say, "oh yes, it's a nice day," and the other one would spend a minute or two, and then he would say, "yeah, I agree, it's pretty nice," and they would go on like that, so there's no need for us to speak while we both breathe in and out. But still, we made this thing, and it is an expression or a way of underlining and emphasizing things. And we do it quite often. It's like, yes, I do this, yes, I do, yeah, yes, no, I don't, no. Like, not that often, but it's a strange thing. And I had never, ever thought about it until my friend pointed it out. Because, of course, he was being alert and he was not blind to the things that we are blind to like when you've grown up with something, when you've seen it all of your life, you get blind to it, you get used to it. But he saw it, of course, because for him it was new. And that's what it is in life in general. We get blind to the things we are used to. But still, if we are very much on the alert, we can find and we can see through the games of the enemy that's going on our inside.